Let's kick things off with The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, an open-world RPG that has set the bar high for storytelling and world-building. As Geralt of Rivia, a seasoned monster hunter, you're tasked with navigating a war-torn world full of mythical beasts, political intrigue, and personal vendettas. The world is rich and detailed, with each side quest feeling like a fully fleshed-out story on its own. You'll lose yourself for hours in the vast landscapes, from the dense forests of Velen to the windswept islands of Skellige. With a gripping narrative, deep combat mechanics, and endless exploration, The Witcher 3 is an addictive experience that will have you hooked for countless hours. Next up is Ghost of Tsushima, a visually stunning game set during the Mongol invasion of Japan. You play as Jin Sakai, a samurai who must adapt his honor-bound way of life to face a brutal enemy. What makes this game so addictive is its fluid combat system, allowing you to seamlessly switch between sword stances and stealth tactics. The open world is absolutely breathtaking, from the golden fields to the bamboo forests swaying in the wind. The exploration feels rewarding as you discover hidden shrines, secret quests, and beautiful vistas. With its rich story, engaging combat, and visually immersive world, Ghost of Tsushima will have you playing for hours without realizing where the time went. If pure chaos and destruction are more your thing, Just Cause 3 delivers non-stop action. You play as Rico Rodriguez, a freedom fighter with an arsenal of gadgets that lets you blow up anything in sight. The game's Mediterranean island setting is your playground, where you can tether helicopters to tanks, zip through the air with your grappling hook, and detonate massive explosions. The sheer freedom to create havoc is what makes Just Cause 3 so addictive. It's the ultimate sandbox experience, and once you get the hang of the wingsuit and parachute, you'll be flying through the skies for hours, pulling off outrageous stunts that make you feel like an unstoppable force of nature.
All units, find the rebel. Pursue aggressively.
Now, let's dive into Red Dead Redemption 2, a game that redefines open-world immersion. You step into the shoes of Arthur Morgan, an outlaw on the run during the twilight of the Wild West. What makes Red Dead Redemption 2 so captivating is its level of detail. From the way your horse's mane moves in the wind to the incredibly lifelike NPC interactions. The game's narrative is powerful, touching on themes of loyalty, redemption, and survival. The massive world offers endless activities, from hunting and fishing to robbing trains and exploring hidden towns. Every corner of this game feels alive, and once you start, it's nearly impossible to put it down. It's one of those games where you'll say, just one more mission, and suddenly hours have gone by. Speaking of addictive worlds, Elden Ring brings the Soulsborne experience to an expansive open world. You play as a Tarnished, exploring the hauntingly beautiful and dangerous lands between. The game's brutal combat will keep you coming back for more, even after countless deaths, as you learn the patterns of enemies and bosses, mastering the art of combat. The freedom to explore at your own pace and discover hidden areas, dungeons, and lore makes every journey rewarding. The sprawling, interconnected world design is filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered, making Elden Ring an addictive game that will consume hours of your life as you seek out every corner of its dark, mysterious world. For a more post-apocalyptic vibe, Fallout 4 offers a vast, open wasteland to explore. Set in a dystopian version of Boston, you play as the sole survivor of Vault 111, trying to navigate a world ravaged by nuclear fallout. The game's crafting and settlement building systems allow you to create your own little slice of survival heaven, while the world is packed with factions, quests, and dangerous enemies. The freedom to tackle missions in any order, explore crumbling cities, or simply wander the wasteland scavenging for resources makes Fallout 4 endlessly engaging. Once you start upgrading your settlement and modding your weapons, hours will slip by without you even noticing. Another title you won't be able to stop playing is Horizon Zero Dawn. You play as Aloy, a hunter in a post-apocalyptic world where massive mechanical creatures roam the wilderness. The combat is incredibly addictive as you use a combination of stealth, traps, and ranged attacks to take down these mechanical beasts. The world is stunning, with vast deserts, lush forests, and snowy mountains waiting to be explored. The story slowly unravels the mystery behind the downfall of humanity. And with so many side quests and challenges, Horizon Zero Dawn will keep you engaged for hours on end. Moving on to Sekiro Shadows. Die Twice, this game is a fast-paced action experience that demands precision. You play as a shinobi named Wolf on a mission to rescue his lord. What makes Sekiro so addictive is its skill-based combat system, which requires you to master parries, counters, and posture-breaking moves. Each boss fight is a high-stakes duel, and every victory feels earned. The beautifully crafted environments and tight gameplay mechanics make Sekiro a game that's hard to step away from once you get into the rhythm of its intense, rewarding combat. The Elder Scrolls Online pulls you into the rich, expansive world of Tamriel, offering a never-ending stream of adventures and quests. This MMORPG combines the freedom of exploration with dynamic multiplayer battles and storylines that span the entire continent. Whether you're joining massive PvP sieges, tackling challenging dungeons with friends, or immersing yourself in the deep lore of the Elder Scrolls, the constant updates and expansions ensure there's always something new to discover. The addictive customization and freedom to play your way will have you hooked for hundreds of hours. For fans of cinematic storytelling, Uncharted 4. A Thief's End is an absolute masterpiece. You play as Nathan Drake, a retired treasure hunter drawn back into one last adventure. The game's thrilling action sequences, stunning environments, and heartfelt story make it a standout. Whether you're scaling cliffs, solving ancient puzzles, or engaging in intense shootouts, Uncharted 4 has a pacing that keeps you glued to the screen. The story explores themes of family, loyalty, and sacrifice, and the chemistry between the characters makes every cutscene and dialogue exchange compelling. This is one of those games where you'll tell yourself you'll stop after the next chapter, only to find yourself playing for hours.
Let's go claim our treasure, boys.
Speaking of immersive worlds, Cyberpunk 2077 has evolved into a captivating RPG experience. Set in the neon-lit Night City, you play as V, a mercenary navigating a dystopian world filled with cybernetic enhancements, corruption, and high-tech crime. The game offers a staggering amount of freedom in how you approach missions, interact with NPCs, and shape the outcome of the story. The world feels alive with vibrant details, and the characters you meet are full of personality and depth. Whether you're hacking into security systems, engaging in high-speed chases, or exploring the dark alleys of Night City, Cyberpunk 2077 is an addictive journey that will pull you in for hours.
Okay, fans inside.
Dying Light 2 takes the zombie genre to new heights with its seamless parkour mechanics and intense survival gameplay. Set in a decaying city, the game's day-night cycle adds a level of urgency. When the sun goes down, the infected become much more dangerous. The parkour system is incredibly fluid, allowing you to leap between rooftops and scale walls as you evade enemies or fight your way through the undead. The world is massive, filled with quests, hidden secrets, and tough moral choices that shape the story. The constant tension of survival makes Dying Light 2 a game that's hard to put down once you start. Now, let's take a detour into the Norse world with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You play as Eivor, a Viking raider leading your clan in the conquest of England. The game mixes the series' trademark stealth with brutal combat as you raid monasteries, forge alliances, and expand your settlement. The open world is vast and beautifully rendered, with forests, rivers, and ancient ruins to explore. The sheer variety of quests, from political intrigue to mythical adventures, makes Valhalla an engaging and addictive experience. Whether you're sailing down rivers with your Viking crew or uncovering ancient mysteries, this game will easily consume your free time. The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim is the ultimate single-player RPG experience, where you're free to explore every nook and cranny of its sprawling open world. As the legendary Dragonborn, you'll face epic battles against dragons, explore ancient ruins, and shape your destiny in a world filled with endless possibilities. The sheer freedom to roam the snowy mountains, engage in magical duels, or build your skills in crafting and combat makes Skyrim endlessly addictive. And with an active modding community constantly adding new content, it's a game you'll find yourself coming back to again and again, each time discovering something new. For those who love roguelike action, Dead Cells is the perfect mix of fast-paced combat and challenging progression. You play as a reanimated corpse fighting through procedurally generated levels, filled with dangerous enemies and powerful upgrades. Each death brings you back stronger, and the randomly generated levels ensure that no two runs are the same. The combat is fluid and responsive, with a variety of weapons and abilities to unlock as you progress. It's the kind of game where you'll say, "Just one more run," over and over again, losing track of time as you try to conquer its challenging levels. Finally, let's talk about Hades, the bonus game on this list. This roguelike action RPG is as addictive as it gets. You play as Zagreus, the son of Hades, trying to escape the underworld. Each run is different, with randomized power-ups from the gods of Olympus that drastically change how you play. The fast-paced combat is incredibly satisfying, and the art style is gorgeous. What makes Hades stand out is its storytelling. Every time you die, you return to the underworld, but the story progresses, and you unlock more character interactions. It's a game that's both challenging and rewarding, and once you start, it's nearly impossible to stop.